Where's TK today?
We are in Beloit, Kansas, in a cute little town at their city park.
Yeah, beautiful city park, free camping, electrical.
I think we're residents now.
Yeah.
Everybody has been super sweet that we've talked to. Very, very welcoming.
But that'll be week 31. We're talking about week 29. Week 29, we started in Colorado and worked our way into Kansas. Started at Soap Creek Dispersed Campground.
Yeah, that was lovely. It was very primitive, and it was quite a drive off the road. I thought we were going for a while.
Yeah, we go by Soap Creek Lake, and then you end up in a nice little area where they've got a bunch of different little boondocking locations. At the end of the road, there is an actual Soap Creek, actual physical campground that you pay and everything. But the first night we came in, kind of rough getting there because it was a little muddy section we had to get through, and a little super off-roady place. It wasn't as nice as we liked, so since it was on the weekend, all of the good spots were taken. But we stayed long enough to get to one of the good spots.
We waited them out and waited till somebody left the one we wanted. I mean, it might have been because we just sat there staring at them through the windows. You going home yet? You going home yet?
Yeah. Need help packing up?
You look tired and dirty.
Maybe it just looks a little dirty from back here, but when you closer, you can totally see that it's all the oil getting splattered, and the camper is very well oxidized, so this is just going to absorb right in and be pretty much there forever. Let's see what Karen's doing today. Looks like she's got everything spread out pretty well. Going through your winter clothes, darling?
Going through all my clothes.
Well, that was a fun campground. I don't know about fun.
Fun? It was nice and quiet. It was beautiful, yes.
Definitely beautiful. Soap Creek Dispersed Campground. It's 9.6 miles, and the speed limit is 55. I wouldn't do 55. Or at least that's what Google thinks.
That little guy on the side-by-side probably would.
A lot of reports were saying that the road's pretty bad and hard to get up here, and I don't think this is bad at all compared to some of the stuff we've been on.
Yeah, compared to some things. I mean, it's washboardy in some spots, but yep, and when you get there, you get a beautiful view. You get little chipmunks all over the place. You get dive bombed by hummingbirds, and what was it? A lot of other different birds too.
Oh yeah, we came in here on Saturday night, so we weren't expecting great access. Pretty much everything had somebody in it. There's like 5 kind of designated spots, and we took like number 3.5 because there was somebody up in 3. We didn't find that out until we got all the way up there. But then Sunday morning, everybody starts pulling out, and I said, you know what, let's get out of here. Let's find a better spot, because number 5, which is the best spot in my opinion. We did have a skunk visit us the first night.
Yeah, and that was strong. I was just sitting on the couch going, was that you or me? Because we need to go see a doctor. So I opened the back door, and it smelled like he sprayed the back of the camper.
Yeah, luckily he didn't, because it didn't smell any longer. Maybe it was just a juvenile that leaked, or an older skunk that was leaking. But there was nothing threatening out there, so I'm not sure what he would have reacted to.
He was just giving us a warning shot across the bow.
Yeah.
So we left.
In his territory. But this is just an absolutely stunning area with this big canyon and stuff. There's so many gorgeous locations in the Colorado Rockies.
And there were 2 light bars of service, if that matters to anybody. So actually, it worked pretty well. Like, I was able to bring in quite a few things just with that little bit of service.
Yeah, and able to have phone conversations, etc.
Called my mom and mommy's day.
Yeah, so happy Mother's Day to everybody. Anywho, that's it for Soap Creek Dispersed Campground. 6 out of 5 stars. The next day we headed to Raspberry Gulch Campground in the San Isabel?
San Isabel National Forest on Browns Mountain.
Yes.
Good morning, everybody. Now we are getting ready to leave our camping spot, our last camping spot in the Rocky Mountains. We're just southwest of Denver, and beautiful little area. It's interesting because this forest must have burned quite a while ago, because it's the trees are all really nicely spaced, and there's not like just you can see into the forest. I mean, you can actually looks healthy. Actually looks like it's a good looking forest. But here's our camp spot. Very nice, very quiet, very dark skies. Lovely spot. And this is where we spent Karen's birthday. You want to talk about your birthday?
Let me see. It was my 56th, and Tom made it very special and had tons of little very thoughtful things for me throughout the whole day. Almost forgot it was my birthday, and then it was, oh, look, you got another present. I'm like, oh, okay. And ate a bunch of stuff I have not eaten in quite some time, so I felt like a big lump.
That was kind of funny because she had picked up some popcorn and some
salt and vinegar potato chips
for her birthday. She was unaware that I had also done the same. So she had a double dose of popcorn and salt and vinegar chips.
I should have had more faith. My husband knows me, but I didn't want to, I didn't even think. I just thought I wanted to make sure I had a bag of potato chips and some popcorn for my birthday. So I had lots. We should keep up that theme.
Every once in a while I hit it right. On our way, we traveled over the Continental Divide on Monarch's Pass. It's a 11,300 foot pass.
All right, here we are at Monarch Pass. Karen is getting back in the truck because she's cold. And we're also at 11,000 feet at the Continental Divide. So the air's kind of thin. She was saying, what elevation are we at? Letting the truck cool down a little bit after that big old climb. And she's still leaking oil, but we're on our way to get that fixed. Let's see what it looks like. That's not too bad. Better than it was. I had this really cool snowplow. I had to take some video for James. So, James, this is for you. I got this for you, James. Check this thing out. That's an old Dodge snowblower. Or at least looks like a Dodge. Look at those augers. Yeah. Good stuff in there. Some heavy duty. She's a beaut. Look at that transfer case. Woo! No Toyota axle there. Look at that thing. That's a monster. It's a beaut. That's my buddy who blows snow for a living. I think you'd get a kick out of this 80-year-old snowplow. Beautiful views. The snow's really low in Colorado. Everybody's complaining about how light the snow was this year. But our main objective for this week was to get to Travis's house. On the 7-3 forum, he chimed in and said, you know, I know where you are, I know where you're coming, and
I know what you're wearing, I know what you're doing. I don't think we would have gone then.
Yeah, but in all honesty, he is a gem of a guy.
Yeah,
He's
fantastic.
road savior that helped us out. He offered, you know, water, electrical, steam cleaner, the whole 9 yards.
His laundry is,
Yep.
Thank you, Travis. You're fantastic, and we truly appreciate it.
Yeah, never lose faith in humanity. There are always good people out there, and there's always people that will open their homes and help weary wanderers that need a hand.
Yeah, you never know if you're going to be putting the lotion in the basket or walking away with a friend, and I think we walked away with a friend.
It was kind of awkward because I didn't want to like just start recording things, and I didn't know how to open a conversation. So when we were out to dinner that night, I kind of broke into the YouTube channel, and he said, "Oh man, you should have done that. It'd have been fine," type of stuff. So we did do a little interview with him. We'll do little excerpts here, and then we'll do the full interview in another drop on the channel. So this is Travis. He helped us. I posted that forum on 7.3 Power Stroke.
That's right.
Forum on Facebook.
Yep.
And it was when the oil dipstick thing had sprung a leak, and so there was like, I think 100 comments or something like that.
There was a lot,
There's
yeah.
tons of them.
Yeah.
But Travis chimed in and said, "Hey man," he knew where we were. He knew where we were going, kind of, because we let him know, and he offered to help us fix the truck, and that was great. I mean,
I was happy to.
yeah. I don't know how often you open your house to random people roaming on the roads, but
Pretty often. If someone's in need,
yeah.
I got the space, I don't mind doing it. But it's more about, I don't know, I always feel like if you can help, you should help.
Yeah.
And you're on the road. You don't have a house here or a garage here with all your tools, so I do. And I knew how to make the fix. I knew the part you needed. And
you've done it before. You've seen the whole.
yeah. And you're driving through anyway, so let's get it done.
Yeah. And
It
it
would
was.
take us an hour.
Oh yeah, it was super quick.
Yeah.
And have you ever seen a truck leak that much?
It was a lot. In fact, you can see just from very slowly driving, every 18 inches is a drip. So imagine that on the highway.
Yeah.
Over the course of who knows how far we went, but
Yeah, I was losing a quart of oil every 30 miles.
yeah.
I mean, that's what I was calculating it, and it was just ridiculous.
Yeah, we had to get.
And
So we got that done and
Pressure washed the
it.
whole under the truck because
Yeah.
it was literally dripping off the rear axle.
Yeah.
It was so bad.
Yeah, it was a mess.
Yep.
Which got you concerned about your brakes
Yep.
being involved in the spray. Got those taken apart, checked out. They're great.
But they weren't contaminated with oil, which is what I was worried about.
Yeah.
A little tricky at first trying to get that little back piece to spin around, but I was having trouble with it. You got it the first time.
Yeah, I would say there's a very expensive version. It's like $300,
Yeah.
and they use a Teflon tape so that the back plate can spin using an Allen wrench to get it into place. This one that came from Amazon didn't have that, but we found a workaround, and
Yeah.
once we figured that out, it went in fine. But other than that, I mean, shoot, it was quick.
Yeah.
You know, I was
Yeah.
worried it was going to be hot, but no, it went well, and no leaks, thank goodness, and back on the road.
And we're not leaking. Oh my God, I'm so happy because this truck's always been a fairly clean truck. I mean, it's had little seepage here and there. You can see a little bit of buildup.
The valley's clean. I looked around up top places you would normally find oil. You know, I know these engines pretty well. It's in very good shape.
Yeah.
And the nice thing about this engine is it looks to be almost completely stock, except for the intake. It is stock and not messed with.
Yeah.
Which is why you're not having as many troubles. Once you start messing with things the way I do, you have troubles every day. But that is a clean engine. It's not leaking where it normally does, and I'd keep it that way.
It just makes it so much easier doing it on cement with people who know the stuff.
Well, and having another person to bounce ideas off of. I mean, you know, you're here in the driveway, and I was helping you do it, but we traded places. You would look at things, I would look at it, just so you know, for peace of mind, you know, when you're down the road. And it's nice to have just another person to kind of bounce ideas off of. Even though this is a simple, I've had this on my truck, the same one you have. I've had that for tens of thousands of miles and no trouble, but since we just did it, you know, maybe in a couple of days when you put some 1,000 miles, 2,000 miles on it and it's heat cycled, just check those.
Check the torque on them.
Check the torque, it should be fine.
Okay.
Just check it.
You know, talking about hopped up trucks, do you mind showing me your truck?
We have the prep zone. I have a lot of parts going on. I just put a new engine in.
Now this is just a work of art. So this is your high pressure oil pump, right?
That's right. Yeah, and for anybody listening, if you have a 7.3, there's a company called Adrenaline Pump. And I know there's a lot of opportunities to buy other products. I have used the Adrenaline high pressure oil pump with large hybrid injectors since that pump first came out. And I've never had any issues with it, so I really recommend them. It's got a custom turbo that is a T4 S366 Borg & Warner Super Core, but then on the hot side, that is a diesel power source mechanical VGT that's meant for a Cummins. And I had them machine the flange for the downpipe to fit this. And anyway, it fits the truck and it's fantastic. That whole entire turbo setup that I have is, I can't imagine, anything better than that. This turbo itself is actually more efficient than the factory turbo. It's ready to go in. Everything's ready to go in.
Yeah.
Everything's just waiting on me.
Is it the procrastinator or?
You know what these trucks are like. There's always something, right? So
Yeah.
to me, it's the squirrel effect. Oh, I found a new part for the suspension. They put that on. You know, it's wheels. Oh my gosh, get new wheels. I did that last week. You know, these are Maxxis tires. Comment below if you like them. I've never had Maxxis. I've heard varying things on heavy trucks, diesel trucks. These are Method 709s. They used to be the brand new wheel. They're kind of a year old now, but 709s are a real attractive wheel, very strong. They have what's called B-grip technology.
Super Duty axles?
From 2008, front and back.
Because originally the OBS 4-wheel drive was a, what kind of front suspension?
TTB axle. This is F250, so I had the TTB front axle, and I was fighting ball joints nonstop. Yeah.
Well, hey man, I appreciate you showing me your truck, Travis.
You're welcome.
I also appreciate all the hospitality you've offered to us. We would be stuck out there, not stuck, but you know, just a pain
You
in the
could
ass.
be with that leak.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, it's not out of reason.
Hospitality, man, never give up on humanity. People like this out there in the world that will be willing to open their house and help you out. And I just couldn't thank you more.
You're welcome.
Appreciate you, brother.
You're very welcome.
Yeah, thank you.
But we were able to meet his daughter. Absolutely wonderful.
Oh, she's a gem. She is going to do well.
The next day we left Travis's after a hearty handshake and thoughtful goodbye.
And some eggs.
And some eggs. Oh yeah, they had chickens and
And peacocks. Freaking peacocks all over the place.
Yeah.
It was fun to wake up to the sound of peacocks.
and it sounded like somebody was strangling cats.
When I worked at the zoo in Toronto, we would stay in the North Service building and wake up to peacocks and the sound of lions roaring. So I found it nostalgic.
Well, I didn't. It sounded like somebody's killing cats. If you've ever heard peacocks, I'd never heard them. After that, we headed to St. Francis.
Yeah, that was fun. So we left Colorado and headed into St. Francis in Kansas.
So we stopped in St. Francis for a little, I don't know, city park camping. And this is what we're treated to.
Thanks, Kansas. Welcome to us.
Yeah, we just got into Kansas and the nice big black storm coming in. All right, here we are in St. Francis, Kansas. Not much to see here. We're gonna go check out the museum and the motorcycle museum. So that'll be fun. Nice thing about this is free little park. They do have some electrical hookups, like right there, and water. They do have a dump station over here, and here they have a shower. All right, here's another one of Tom's famous bathroom reviews. Not a bad bathroom. It's actually fairly clean for being a public park bathroom. Problem is there is no privacy. You do get to poop with a view of the subway tiles. It does have 2 showers, warm water, very nice, and yeah. Nothing too spectacular, but if you don't mind showering in public, this is a great place. Well, kind of public. I mean, you can put a plastic bag. I've heard people doing that. Never thinking about doing that, but honestly, it's warm showers, very nice, and a free park. So I highly recommend it. There's $25 for if you do a hookup site. They have a dump station over there, and they even have a storm shelter there. Rated at 250 miles an hour in case you happen to run across a tornado while you're out here in St. Francis.
That was my first exposure to a tornado shelter available in a city park.
Luckily, they did have the storm shelter because there was a heck of a storm coming on the edge of town.
And a little bit more ominous with the storm shelter just sitting there going, you know what? We know what happens.
Yeah, yeah. Wonder why they built that. After we left there, we went to the motorcycle museum. You went to the park.
Yes, we didn't go, but I think you enjoyed it, yeah?
Oh my God, fascinating. So many motorcycles.
Karen wants to stay in the camper. I'm gonna go check out the motorcycle museum in St. Francis, Kansas. A beautiful little town. It's lovely parks for how many people they have here. I'm really impressed. So let's go check out the motorcycle museum.
Over 100-year-old motorcycles. Hardly centric, which was fine because there's a lot of them that I had never seen before.
it's interesting, these smaller towns where everybody will just put their motorcycle in a museum because, you know, you get visibility, you get, and the volunteers there. It was some of the most interesting motorcycles I've seen. I never knew that, like, 4 cylinders, American motorcycles, Indian and Excelsior, that's it.
Pulled that out of my ass.
Yeah. So those, it was just an interesting motorcycle museum. Tons of pictures. Sorry, there's so many pictures here, but it was a fascinating motorcycle museum with lots of different varieties of motorcycles.
That's a good sign. A lot of pictures mean you enjoyed it and had to capture a ton of memories.
Yeah, I sent a few of them to Nick Barton because he's a fan of the older Honda Goldwings before they got all plasticky and aerodynamic.
So enjoy that, Mr. Barton.
On our quest to find oddity things, we headed to the tri-state area, which was Colorado, Nebraska, Kansas. I had been to the Wyoming, Nebraska, Colorado tri-state when you were out.
Yeah, I think that was my first tri-state.
Well, here we are, the Curious Compass in all 3 states at once. Colorado, Nebraska, and Kansas.
Yeah, I've had enough of him. He's going to stay in Nebraska. I'm staying in Colorado.
Yep. Oh well, here we go.
Shall we meet in Kansas?
Let's meet in Kansas. With the ants. Hello. We did also go to the lowest point in Colorado.
Don't ever do that.
Not unless you like ticks. All right, Karen and I just walked for a half mile. Got a dozen ticks, but we've come to see this post right here. This post is the indication of the lowest point in Colorado.
Yes. Look, another. You want to see some ticks? Friggin' 3 of them right there.
Yep.
Shade.
Yeah, there's one on my leg right there too.
This is so important that it is being guarded by the guardian of tick.
All the ticks, all the time.
Goddamn ticks! Look, there's one right there.
Yeah, I know.
Get.
We didn't spray. We didn't wear long pants. We didn't think about any of this.
Did not.
All right, let's get the hell out of here.
That was nuts.
Yeah, it was a lot of just hunting around, trying to find. Basically, it's just a stick in the ground.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, we just left Tri-Points.
Nebraska, Kansas, and Colorado.
Yep, and we left Colorado's lowest point, elevation-wise.
Oh, it was the lowest point, all right.
Jesus, the lowest point for the Curious Compass. Between the ticks and the burrs, I don't think it was worth it.
No, it's just a post in the ground with a couple of big-ass yellow cable ties.
Yeah, and it's 10 miles on dirt roads, which the dirt roads actually weren't that bad. But yeah, cannot recommend.
These cows that you can't see that we're looking at are laughing at us.
Yeah, they know what we went through.
I tell you, I don't know who wins the tick count after this, because I was flicking them off faster than they were jumping on, or they were jumping on faster than I was flicking them off.
Oh yeah, it was incredible how many of them were coming on us, and they were all crawling right up towards the genitals.
Oh, well, there goes my good sleep tonight.
Yeah, they're looking for a party. But yeah, cannot recommend, but we were here, we were a half hour away, we did it. Now we can mark it off the book.
Yeah. We have a story to tell.
We definitely have a story to tell. Till the next story. On our quest, we did also go to the highest point in Kansas.
Yeah, that one was cute.
Mount Sunflower.
Yeah, that was 4,039 feet. It was about a little under 800 feet higher than the lowest point of Colorado. So the highest point in Kansas was not that far off from the lowest point in Colorado.
And it's funny too because they're right next to each other. It's right on the border. It's literally right on the border. Like the Mount Sunflower is, you know, less than a quarter mile away from the Colorado border.
And Nebraska border.
Yeah. And the lowest point in Colorado was, we crossed the state line.
Yeah.
When
That makes sense.
I guess.
Yeah. We went to the largest easel in the U.S., I think.
Let's say the world.
It's probably the world, because honestly, how many people would make the largest easel?
America. But right now we came to see the world's biggest easel.
With Van Gogh's sunflowers.
So now you've seen it too.
It was the largest replica of the Van Gogh sunflowers as well.
After we left the largest easel in the world, we went to the museum, which was the
High Plains Museum.
High Plains Museum.
Yeah.
They have a replica of the first patented helicopter
That was kind of cool.
down in a pit, and the pit wasn't locked, so I went down there and kind of checked out a little closer.
If it doesn't have a sign and it doesn't have a lock, then I think it says, come on in.
Free play, baby, free play.
After they did it, they did some testing on it. They said they had a successful attempt, but I don't know what that means because they calculated they were going to need 40 to 50 horsepower motors and not 7. And they kind of went downhill from there. Well, you can see the braking mechanism. Gears, pretty cool.
They have an electric motor where you can turn it on and see the propellers. It's an opposing orientation rotors, so they can counter the torque thrust.
I think those would have to go a lot faster. Hey, you would need oil too if you're over 120 years old. 1902 buggy horseless carriage. It's not touched, but there's a little drive system, chain, and the horizontally opposed motor. Flywheel. It must be a 2-speed. Pretty cool.
On our trip, Karen spots out fuel stations, but unfortunately, a lot of the fuel stations in Kansas close at 5 o'clock. Like they pull down the shades and you can't get fuel. So we ended up coming into Winona City Park
Yeah.
on vapors.
Oh yeah. They kind of shut the engine off at one point and just coasted down the hill.
It was an old style pump with the big lever that you flip down and then the numbers start rolling back to 0. And
Yeah, and it is a small town, and I feel like the attendant, maybe even the owner, I'm not sure, lived in the house behind. So if it was an emergency, I'm pretty sure we could have probably knocked on the door and he would have come out and helped us and started up the pumps. But we didn't need to. We just spent the night and then walked over to the station in the morning.
Yep.
It was literally right there. It was a few feet away.
And luckily we traveled with our house. Going home was easy.
And we have AAA as well. If we had to, we could have phoned AAA as well. But fortunately, it worked out perfectly.
And that wraps up week 29.
Week 29 in the books.
Yep, as we travel into Kansas and set up residency.
Just
Anyway.
call us Beloitinians now.
Yeah. If you like what you see, like and subscribe and hit the little comment button. Happy trails.
We'll see you out there.